gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
Time to dive balls deep into the absolute shit show that is Valorant. You thought I was sugarcoating things? Oh no, my friend, we're just getting started. Buckle up, because this is going to be a long, rage-fueled rant about why Valorant is not just one of the worst games I've ever played, but a fucking disgrace to the entire gaming industry. First off, the graphics in Valorant look like they were made by a team of blind monkeys on acid. I've seen Atari 2600 games with more visual appeal than this steaming pile of horse shit. Seriously, I'd rather stare at my own ass in a mirror for hours than look at this game's god-awful art style. And don't even get me started on the character models. They're so poorly designed that they make the E.T. Atari game look like a fucking Picasso. Now let's talk about the sound design. The sound effects in this game are so grating that they make nails on a chalkboard sound like a goddamn Mozart symphony. Every gunshot sounds like a wet fart, and the footsteps sound like someone slapping their meat on a countertop. It's not just irritating, it's a fucking auditory assault. You'd think that by 2023, game developers would know how to make something that doesn't sound like a dying cat being run over by a lawnmower. And the voice acting? Holy shit. It's like they rounded up a group of hobos, got them drunk on cheap booze, and forced them to read lines at gunpoint. The performances are so wooden that they make Keanu Reeves in Dracula look like Daniel Day-Lewis. I've heard better voice acting from a speak and spell. Now let's get back to the absolutely fucked up abilities in this game. I mean, what in the unholy name of Satan's jockstrap were they thinking? Giving characters magical powers in a tactical shooter is like putting ketchup on a goddamn ice cream sundae. It doesn't make any fucking sense, and it ruins the entire experience. It's like they saw Overwatch's success and thought, hey, let's just rip off their ideas but make them way shittier and less fun. The UI in Valorant is an absolute clusterfuck. It's so cluttered and unintuitive that I'd rather navigate the fucking Bermuda Triangle with a blindfold and a broken compass. The menus are a nightmare to navigate, and the in-game HUD is so distracting that it makes trying to focus on the game about as easy as trying to read a book while riding a roller coaster. And can we talk about the goddamn ranking system in this game? It's more confusing than trying to solve a Rubik's Cube while tripping on shrooms. It feels like they just threw a bunch of random symbols and numbers together and called it a day. Want to know your rank? Good fucking luck, because you'll need a goddamn degree in cryptography to decipher that shit. The netcode in Valorant is so bad that I'd rather play a game of online chess using carrier pigeons. The lag is unbearable, and the hit registration is about as reliable as a politician's promises. Trying to play this game online is like trying to play ping pong with a goddamn cinder block. And let's not forget the absolute horror that is the game's community. It's like they took the worst parts of the League of Legends community and mixed them with the most toxic CS:GO players. The result is a cesspool of human misery that makes me want to slam my head into a brick wall just to make the pain stop. I've seen more pleasant gatherings at a goddamn funeral than in a Valorant match. The matchmaking in Valorant is so broken that it makes me question the very fabric of reality. You'll get matched with players so far above or below your skill level that it's like trying to play basketball against a team of toddlers or NBA stars. There's no middle ground, and it's about as enjoyable as a root canal performed by a Parkinson's patient. The monetization in this game is so predatory that it makes EA look like fucking Mother Teresa. The prices for skins and other cosmetics are absolutely insane, and it feels like the developers are constantly trying to squeeze every last penny out of their player base. Want a cool looking gun skin? Well, get ready to sell your kidney on the black market, because you'll need the extra cash to afford that shit. Let's talk about the godforsaken Battle Pass. This thing is more grindy than a Tony Hawk game with broken bearings. It takes an ungodly amount of playtime to level it up, and the rewards are about as exciting as a wet sock. It's just another way for the developers to milk their players for every cent they're worth. And you know what? The worst part of all this isn't just how awful Valorant is on its own, but how it's distracting from truly great games like CS:GO. I mean, what the fuck happened to the gaming community? Have we sunk so low that we're willing to accept this dumpster fire of a game as the new standard for competitive shooters? It's fucking depressing, and it makes me want to go back in time and warn everyone about the impending disaster that is Valorant. But alas, we're stuck with it, and all we can do is hope that someday the gaming industry will come to its senses and stop producing these soulless, money-grubbing abominations. So there you have it. I could go on, but I think I've made my point. Valorant is a steaming pile of dog shit that's not worth the time, money, or frustration it takes to play. If you want a quality gaming experience, go play CS:GO or any number of other better games. But for the love of all that is holy, stay the fuck away from Valorant.
He's the angry Nintendo nerd.